Welcome, you guys. So today my background is looking a little different. We're just gonna pay that no mind. A change of scenery is always nice. So today I want us to work on passive and active asana postures. So what is active and what is passive? An active posture is when you're engaging all of these muscles to help support yourself. You're not sinking into these postures. A passive posture, we typically use a bunch of props as far as blocks, boosters, and yoga wheels to help support the body. This allows us to hold these postures a lot longer than normal. So today we're just gonna go through a couple of different postures today, just so you can see the difference and how to activate these muscles so you can get the most out of your practice. Go ahead, get on your mats, take a seat from me, and we're gonna start with some meditation. So go ahead, put your tailbone into your mat, sit up nice and tall for me, straighten that back. Your hands are gonna go on your knees. Go ahead and close your eyes for me. At this moment, I want you to go ahead and set your intentions for the class. They don't have to be big, and it doesn't really matter how small. This practice is always about you and what you choose to accomplish in your journey. I am just here as a helpful guide. Go ahead, slowly bring yourself back. Listen to the sounds around you. Wiggle your fingertips, and if your eyes are closed, go ahead and open them. All right, so go ahead and stand for me. We're going to start out with an example of a passive and an active posture. So the simplest way to explain this is basically tree pose. So typically when you take tree pose, you're going to go ahead and ground your left or either your right foot into the ground. You're going to bring that opposite leg up and into the inner thigh. Now this right here, what I'm doing, I'm holding my foot into place. I'm not engaging really any muscles. I'm not even standing straight up. This is going to be a passive posture. Now, if I really want to put some work into it, it's a little hard for me. I'm going to let go of the foot. I'm going to push the soles of my feet into my inner thigh, stand up straight, and hold that posture all on my own. My hands can go out to the side, they can go up above my head into a salute. This is an active posture. We're engaging the core, we're engaging the inner thighs, we are engaging all of these muscles that we typically wouldn't do because we are holding ourselves into place. Now, let's go ahead and get down on all fours into our tabletop. Now, go ahead and lower your chest down to the mat. We're going to take puppy pose. Now, right here, we could hold this forever, but if we were to go ahead and push through the toes to lift up the bottom half of our body, we are engaging. This is really hard for me. Go ahead, push through your feet, lift your tailbone up to the sky. You're pushing your chest into your mat. You are sinking your forearms and your biceps into the ground. You are engaging these muscles. All right. I don't have any blocks with me, but if you do have blocks, go ahead, get on your knees, sit your blocks behind you. Go ahead and take camel pose. Reach back for those blocks. Make sure that you're pushing the pelvic forward. The chest is up, gaze is up. Go ahead and take 3 deep breaths for me. 2 more. Last one. Go ahead and bring yourself out of camel. Stretch it out by going into child's pose. Go ahead and come back up. Now, was that so hard to do, knowing that you had the support of your blocks? And if you didn't have your blocks, you had your hands on your ankles and your feet. You had that support there. Now, if you want to turn that into an active posture, what you're going to do is you're going to go ahead, tilt your pelvic bone forward, keep your hips stacked over your knees, and we're going to do a salute overhead. So go ahead and lean back, arms are going back, gaze is going up. We're putting a nice arch in that back. This is going to be an active posture. You're using those lower abdominals. You're keeping your arms straight up above you. Go ahead and come back down slowly. Did you notice all the muscles that you were using outside of those blocks and holding yourself up? You're engaging all of these muscles. All right. Now, let's go ahead and get into lizard pose. Go ahead and take that right foot up in front of you. Stack your knee over your ankle. Go ahead and stretch that left leg out behind you. Now, take your hands to the sides of your feet, or if you have any blocks, go ahead and put your blocks there. Go ahead and breathe for me. Take 3 deep breaths. 2 more. Last one. Go ahead and rock back into that half split. Keep your back straight. Now, being that we had our blocks for our lizard pose, and even if you had your hands down by your side, you're using the ground to help support yourself. You're not really engaging any muscles. But if you go ahead and rock back into lizard pose for me. Good job. Take those arms up and overhead, just like we did in camel. Keep going as far as you can. Keep that knee stacked over that ankle. Go ahead and take 3 deep breaths for me here. Two more. One more. Go ahead and rock back into your half split. But instead of reaching for your blocks, go ahead and just support yourself on the heel of your right foot and the knee and the tops of your foot of the left. See if you can hold your balance. You feel those muscles engaging? Your thighs, calf muscles, abdominals. We're making these postures active. Realize that we've engaged our core to help with stability and structure in our posture. All right, I'm going to take that right foot behind you. I just want us to work both sides. Since we already know what we're getting ourselves into, we're going to go ahead and make this the passive posture. So hands down by the sides of your foot or on your blocks. Stretch that right leg out behind you. Give me 3 breaths here. Two more. One more. Good job. Go ahead and rock back into your half split, supporting yourself through your hands or your blocks. Keeping that back straight, your gaze is going to go forward. You guys are doing awesome. All right, go ahead, we're going to make this an active posture. So go ahead and stack your knee over your ankle. Your arms are going to go up and overhead. Give me a nice salute. Chest is forward, arms are reaching up above you. Engage those muscles. Make sure that you are lifting your shoulders and drop away from your ears. Give me 3 breaths here. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Last one. Inhale. Exhale. Come back down to your half split. We're not using the blocks. We're not using our hands. We're just shifting. Holding yourself up through your right leg that is grounded into the mat and the heel of your left foot. You guys are doing awesome. All right, go ahead, bring that left leg behind you. Take a wide-legged child's pose for me real quick. Go ahead and rest. Let's go back. Head is resting on the mat. Take 3 breaths here for me. Last breath. Good job. Go ahead and stand up for me. Come to the center of the mat. Our next pose we're going to go ahead and get into is going to be our Malasana. So, go ahead, spread your feet nice and wide. Heels are going to be turned in. And I want you guys to go ahead and sink down to the bottoms of your mat. If you have a block, pillow, it's going to go right underneath, and this is what you're going to sit on. Unfortunately, I don't have anything. So I'm just going to make my posture the active posture, but you guys are doing the, the passive postures. Take 3 breaths here for me. 2 more. Last one. Go ahead and lift back up. Turn your feet forward. Give me a nice fold just to help stretch out the calf muscles in the lower back. Malasana with the block. It's easy. You can hold it for a long, extensive time. You know why? It's because you have that support underneath of yourself. Now, remove the block, remove the bolster, remove the blankets or the pillows, whatever prop that you're using. And I want you guys to go ahead and actually engage your core. Tuck in your tailbone, push your pelvic forward just a little bit, and go ahead and push through the soles of your feet to hold yourself up, okay? So go ahead, your legs are wide, heels are turned in. Go ahead and squat down from your Malasana. Good job. If you want, your hands can come to center like mine, or if you don't want to rush your arms on your knees and you want to go ahead and engage some more muscles, you can take them out to your side. Go ahead and take 3 breaths here for me. 2 more. Last one. Good job. Go ahead, feet down to the ground. Turn your feet forward. Give me a nice little full stretch from the back. Take 2 more breaths here for me. Last breath. Go ahead, hands overhead, slowly bring down to center. Now, Malasana without the block. It's a little challenging if you haven't done it before. If your legs are built for this, I applaud you. But you're doing awesome. But you feel those muscles activating when you have the block and the bolsters underneath of you. The resting, you can rest forever in these postures. But to give your practice a little more oomph, remove your props. Go ahead and use your body for that strong structure in your postures. All right, this is the time where I wish I actually had a whole class, so that way they can yell out poses and I could demonstrate passive and active postures. That would be really awesome. All right, so, oh my gosh, I really wish I had a class. Let's go ahead and get down on our backs. Soles of your feet to the mat. All right, now go ahead, stretch your feet out to the sky. At a nice little angle. Hold them here. Just want to build some leg muscles. Arms can go by your side, out like a plane. Go ahead and hold. We're going to continue activating some muscles. 2 more breaths here. Last breath. Go ahead and bring them back down to the mat. Rest your muscles. We're going to do it 2 more times. I'm prepping us. All right. Go ahead and lift your legs up. A nice little angle, not straight up into the air. Hands can go by your side if you want. Hold for a 3 count. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. I'm feeling the burn. If you're not feeling the burn, oh my goodness, I admire you. Give me 1 more breath here. And lower back down. Do you feel your abdominals engaging? Your lower abdominals are definitely, go ahead, they're definitely engaging to hold your legs up. We're going to do this 1 more time. Try your best to keep your legs up in the air if you have it. It does not matter if you're not able to. It's all part of the journey. When you start shaking, that's when you know that your strength is kicking in. You're really forcing to hold this posture. It's not a sign of weakness, it's a sign of strength. My teacher has always told me that. Go ahead and put your hands down by your side. Legs are going to go up at an angle. Take a deep breath. And exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Last one. Exhale. Bring your feet down to your mat. Go ahead and sit up for me. Untuck your tailbone. And we're gonna do boat pose, passive and active. All right? So go ahead, put your hands underneath the back of your knees. Go ahead and lift. All right? See if you can straighten your back out. Your feet are gonna go forward. Sorry, I have to fix my back. Go ahead and hold for a 3. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Last one. Exhale. Go ahead and lower yourself down. So if your feet are going to meet, knees are going to go wide. Take a breather here. Let's get into our active boat pose. It's still a challenge for me, but it doesn't mean that I won't teach you guys. Just because my journey is a little different from yours doesn't mean anything. We all got this. All right, go ahead, bring your knees up to me. And to make this active, we're not using our hands. Your hands can go up above your head, they can go straight out in front of you, or they can go out to the side, whatever you prefer. Go ahead and get on your tailbone, lift your feet up off the mat, and see if you can straighten your legs. Make sure that we're here breathing. Oh my God, you guys are stronger than me. 2 more breaths. Last breath. Feet down to the mat. So those of you who are going to meet, knees are going to go wide. Oh my goodness, the amount of abdominal strength that I don't have, I'm not even going to start with you guys. It's not a muscle I use on a daily basis. All right, go ahead. Soles of your feet are going to be on the mat. Knees are bent. Scoot forward just a little bit. Let your back down on the mat. We're just going to go ahead and stretch out the legs. Give the abdominals a little break. Go ahead and cross your right foot over your left leg, resting your knee down. Working out the hips a little bit. Go ahead and lift that left leg off of the mat. Push into that right ankle. Push that right knee down. Give some resistance here. Continue breathing. Continue forcing against yourself. Pushing that left knee into that right ankle. Take one more breath here. Release that left foot down to the mat. Uncross the right foot. We're going to switch to the opposite side. So that left foot is going to cross over the right knee. And then we're going to go ahead and lift that right foot off of the mat. Go ahead and push your knee into the ankle as you're pushing that left leg into the right. Good job. Continue breathing here. 2 more breaths. 1 more breath. Lower back down. Uncross your legs. Now, go ahead and cross the right foot over the left leg. And we're just going to go ahead and send our fingers through the legs and pulling that left leg towards you. Do you feel a little bit more resistance here? Continue breathing. 2 more breaths. Last breath. Go ahead and release your fingers, release your foot down to the mat, switch opposite sides, we'll do the same thing. Go ahead and lift that right leg off of the mat. We're looping our arms through our legs. We're holding our thighs and we're pulling it into ourselves as we're pushing that left knee away from us. Continue breathing. Two more. Last breath here. Release, fingertips, release your foot down to the mat, uncross your legs. Go ahead and stretch your legs out. Now go ahead and take Shavasana. Arms can be down by your side. As I did in my meditation video, I do want to incorporate in this one for Shavasana. I usually allow you guys to take yourself to another place by yourself, but I want to be that guide for you. So as you lay here, you sink your body into your mat and feel the ground against you. Close your eyes and drown out all sounds around you. Give yourself a blank canvas in your mental space. We're going to build this happy thought to sit in for Shavasana. Take a minute to drown out all the noise. Could be the traffic outside that you're drowning out. Could be the animals outside your home, the trees. Could be the kids in the opposite room. It could be the TV that your significant other is watching. Drown those sounds out. Put yourself in your own little box. Take 3 breaths here in this empty space. Two more. Last one. Let's begin to build this happy space. What is one of your fondest memories? Could it be you being at home? Could it be a cabin in the woods? Could it be the beach? Could it just be sitting out in the park? Visualize this space. Bring it to life. All this empty mental canvas to work with. Go ahead and fill in the details. What do you see? Look around this empty canvas and tell me exactly what you see. Acknowledge every small detail. Once you get your visual, I want you to go ahead and add your sounds in. What are the common sounds in this happy place of yours? Next is going to be a tricky one. Now that you have your visual, you see all your small details. You hear the surrounding sounds. What do you smell? Is it the flowers in the area? Could it be a bakery down the street? Could it be the scent of a close person to you? Add yourself into this happy place. Rest right here. This is the core of your Shavasana today. slowly bring awareness back into the body. Start slowly erasing what you see. And start listening to the sounds around you to bring you back. Start wiggling your fingertips and your toes. Take a deep breath and release it. And when you're ready, go ahead and roll to the left side. Knees are bent. Go ahead, place your right hand on the floor, push your body up, open your eyes, and come into a seated position. Go ahead, take prayer hands to heart center. I want to thank you for sharing your time and your energy with me as always. And I'm so grateful to be able to share my time and energy with you. I think you guys are amazing. You get up every day, you live your life, and then even if it's just for a quick second, you go ahead and roll out your mat and you give yourself time. Thank you for giving yourself time. Go ahead and thank yourself for that. A lot of us forget that we need to take the time aside for ourselves and clear the mental space from all the everyday clutter. Thank you for joining me. Namaste. I hope I see you guys in my next video. So, see you.